Check on obituaries now brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Mrs. Joyce Austin, age 62, died July the 10th. Funeral arrangements are pending. They'll be announced by Community Funeral Home. Mr. Ricky Barker, age 65, died July the 9th. Arrangements pending. They'll be announced by Community Funeral Home as well. Funeral service for Mr. Donald H. Wilson, age 72, is Friday at Mount Home Missionary Baptist Church in Sycamore at 11 o'clock with Pastor Frederick D. Jemison officiating. The station is today from 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Mr. Wilson died Brookwood Medical Center on July the 8th. Community Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Ms. Calvesta Graham, age 68, of Alexander City, is 2 o'clock Friday at Great Bethel Baptist Church in Alexander City with burial in the Armors Memorial Garden. The station today 2 until 7 at the funeral home. Armors Memorial Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Clara Wynell Campbell, age 88, of Alexander City, is Friday at 11 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Wayne Hick will officiate. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends 5 till 7 tonight at the funeral home. Mrs. Campbell died Tuesday, July the 9th at her residence. She was a member of the Sunny Level United Methodist Church. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Bobby Garrett of Goodwater will be 2 o'clock today at Paradise Mission Full Gospel Church with interment in the church cemetery. Wright's Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. And funeral service for former Childersburg Police Chief Charles Brown will be on Saturday at 11 o'clock from Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel. And visitation will be on Friday evening from 3 until 8, also at the Childersburg Chapel. And funeral service for Mr. Johnny Hudgens will be Saturday at noon from Vandiver Church of God. Reverend David Houston will officiate that service. Burial in the Vincent City Cemetery. Visitation 10:30 until noon at the church. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel directing. And memorial service for Heather Robertson, age 23, is Friday at 6 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Ms. Robertson died July the 5th. Visitation 5 until 6 at the funeral home on Friday evening. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing that service. Obituary is brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.